What's up, I'm Counterpunch, your YouTube. What's up, YouTube? Counterpunch boxing. Okay, check it out. This is like some Rocky Balboa shit right here. You know, you got like the big bad Russian against the American. You know, if he dies, right? I mean, that's how Andre Ward's trying to make this out to be, playing all these bullshit mental games. So, look, by the way, this is Kovalev's coach, David Jackson here, giving his recollection, you know, giving his account of what happened during the conversation between him and Rock Nation. Now, look, like I told you guys, it was a bunch of bullshit. They were trying to pull him over there. You know the story, right? They were trying to pull him over there, and then they turned around and threw him under the bus and said, you know, oh, no. You know, he wanted to join our team because, you know, the big bad Russian is so mean and he's a racist and whatnot. So, you know, he wanted to join our team. And then Kathy Duva, you know, she said, look, we knew about this. I mean, we knew about this during the negotiations that we had to renegotiate, that we've already negotiated, that Andre Ward already agreed to. You know, we already knew about this. So, well, she's saying she knew that Andre Ward and his team had been talking, you know, to John David Jackson Jr. So, you know, this is old news to her. But like I said, then boxing scene, they get a hold of it, but they twist it up. Rock Nation, they all twist it up. Then it gets to YouTube, and then they twist it up. You know, they make $100 on their video, and it's good to know. It is good to know where the line in the sand is. I'm glad to know their integrity is worth about $100. I mean, you know, thank you for clarifying that. So you notice my video today and lately non-monetized, and I'll explain why later. I'm not going to bore you with it right now. I got a badass Gennady Golovkin video in the future too. Look out for that. But look, let's get right into it. Okay, the previous judges, and look, this is a good one. You guys are going to want to stick around because, look, after the fight, if you listen to my video today, you're going to think back and go, damn, that dude was right. Like, oh shit, you know, like he hit it right on the head. So, let me find, okay, the previous judges. Now, basically, they've announced who the new judges are going to be: Dave Moretti, Steve Weisfeld, and Glenn Feldman. The previous judges right here: Nevada's Burt Clemens, New York's John McKay, and Nevada's Glenn Trowbridge scored their 12-round fight for Andre Ward, 114-113. This means each judge thought Ward won 7 out of 12 rounds. Now go back, watch my video, the Kovalev Andre Ward robbery. I think it's probably, I think it's probably one of the best videos on YouTube explaining why it was a robbery. We broke the rounds down. You know, we talked about the scorecards. I said that one judge gave Kovalev 1 round in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In the second half of the fight, only one judge gave Kovalev 1 round, meaning Andre Ward dominated the second half. Clear-cut robbery, okay? Clear-cut robbery. Now, shout out to, first of all, shout out to Radio Raheem there. We go back. That's my boy. I think one of the best reporters doing his thing out there. You know, just nothing but respect for him. It's the way boxing reporting should be. And then another shout out to Michael Montero, because I watched his video about the officials, and it got me thinking. You know, he brought up a good point. You know, it's Dave Moretti, Weisfeld, Feldman. He said, you know, Dave Moretti and Glenn Feldman, these are establishment judges. You know, they're typically going to go for the household name, the house fighter, which in this case would be Andre Ward, the American fighter. And then, you know, you kind of have the wild card, Steve Weisfeld. So he's basically giving an early prediction of a split decision in favor of Andre Ward. You know, so it got me thinking, okay, and it really got me digging around doing my homework. And first, let's get into Dave Moretti, okay? I'm going to make it quick for you guys today. I don't want to bore you, and my mom's in a hospital, so I got to go, okay? Dave Moretti, who turned in the laughably corrupt scorecard 118-110 for the Maypac fight, judged his first Floyd Mayweather fight in 2015 against Arturo Gatti. Since then, he's been drawn to judge Floyd's fights one of 9 times. 9 out of 14 Mayweather fights he judged. Okay, this is important. I know we're talking about Mayweather, but trust me, it ties together. He's also been drawn to judge Mayweather in the last 4 fights in a row. Bizarrely, he was recalled to judge the Maidana fight after the controversial scoring in the first fight, even though he was one of 2 judges to score wide for Floyd, causing the controversy in the first place. Basically, 8 rounds for Mayweather, 116-112, and basically, I think he's going to pencil that number in, probably the same 116-112 Andre Ward. So, the dude's probably going to fill out a scorecard and go to the fight, take a nap, wake up, turn the shit in. So, that's kind of what I think. Is this something to do with the seemingly favorable scoring? Okay. Towards Floyd in fights such as Cotto, Maidana, 1, and Pacquiao. Is this another example of things going the home fighters? Okay. Very important. Is this another example of things going to the home fighter? Such as Mayweather's constant drawing of Joe Cortez and Kenny Bayless, who are seemingly happy to follow Floyd around, while he clinches, and they won't, or the referees won't let anyone fight on the outside. Just like the Marcos Maidana fight, Mayweather held over 70 times. One guy made a great video and literally did this flash, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, flashing every time Mayweather held. He held nearly 70 times in the first, I think it was first fight, second fight, can't remember one of them, but not one time was he even warned. His glove wasn't slapped, tapped, nothing, not a point deduction, nothing. So I'm thinking we're going to get that same kind of favoritism, in the Ward Kovalev right here. Fortunately, the 3 judges got this fight entirely correct. Dave Moretti scored the fight 118-110 for Mayweather. Glenn Feldman, Burt Clemens had it 116-112. So look, that right there, okay, I mean, like I said, pretty much it's already in the bag. I mean, if it goes to the scorecards, I don't see Kovalev winning. The only way he can win is if, I'm thinking Weisfeld, like Montero said, I think he'll give it to him. Maybe Feldman. So that's the only way Kovalev's going to win a decision. So he's got to knock this guy out, plain and simple. Now, oddly enough, when they asked Kovalev about the judges, he said, yeah, I like them. I'm happy with that. So that was odd that he said that. I was like, well, that's kind of weird. You need to fucking Google Dave Moretti, buddy. Are you sure? But yeah, I mean, he's always favoring the hometown fighter, the American fighter, the house fighter, whoever, establishment fighter, as they call it. So I don't know. But then, I think he scored the Pacquiao Marquez 3. I thought he gave that to Pacquiao. Now, look, I've gave this example, the Felix Strum Oscar De La Hoya fight. I had Oscar winning at best 4, maybe 5 rounds in that fight. And then Moretti had it 115-113. Favored the American fighter, and that was a clear robbery. It was a robbery. Even Oscar De La Hoya, he knew it was a robbery. Kelly Pavlik, Jermaine Taylor, close fight. Okay, but I had Taylor winning, but then Moretti gave Pavlik 9 out of 12 rounds. Okay, I mean, it's arguably a draw, but he gave Pavlik 9 out of 12 rounds. Okay, again, Zab Judah in the Mayweather fight only gave Zab Judah 4 rounds. I mean, remember, Mayweather's glove touched the ground, which is a knockdown. I mean, by the rules, it's a knockdown, but he didn't get the knockdown, didn't get credit for that, and Moretti only gave Zab Judah 4 rounds. This guy just has a ton, just a history, a ton of, corrupt cards. So, I'm not happy about that at all. I'm really not. So, and then, look, let me just a couple more things here. Andre Ward, okay, 2011, Carl Froch, 2012, Chad Dawson, 2013, Edwin Rodriguez, then you got the Paul Smith, the Sullivan Barrera, and the Alexander Brand. Now, this is what I don't like. Okay, you go back to 2015, Paul Smith, he got pulled up, basically pulled up, and it was TKO round 9, okay, whatever. Sullivan Barrera was a decent acclamation fight, okay, but then Alexander Brand, 2016, a unanimous decision for Andre Ward. I mean, look, he should have wiped the floor with that guy. He should have got him out of there in no time. I mean, just dominated, right? And then really, I think the Alexander Brand performance really didn't look much difference than the Kovalev performance. So, and don't let this shit Kovalev going around talking about how he gassed out. Don't let that take away from the fact that he won the fight, okay? So, he's not saying he didn't win, but he's saying I gassed out and I won. So, But you know, my point is, a guy like Alexander Brand, at the time, I forget what he was ranked, not even a top 10. You know, and again, he was pulled up from 168. Keep that in mind. He was pulled up, you know, from a lower division, and then Andre Ward goes 12 rounds with a guy like Alexander Brand. I mean, could you imagine if someone like Kovalev or Gennady Golovkin went 12 rounds with someone like, you know, an Alexander Brand? And then, like I said, I think that performance, that momentum carried into the Sergey Kovalev fight, and they don't look any different. Look at the Kovalev fight, look at the Brand fight. They don't look any different. You know, so but we'll see. But you know, I don't want to get into all that. I just want to, you know, talk about the officials: Dave Moretti, Steve Weisfeld, Glenn Feldman, the referee Tony Weeks. The original fight, it was Robert Byrd. Thank God it's not Kenny Bayless. Okay, just the referee I do not like at all. I mean, I think he's paid. And then, you know, the rumors going around in the past that Moretti's brother worked for Top Rank, and there was a lot of corruption going on. It's rumors, but you know, there's all these rumors and this negative light around Moretti that I don't like. So, you know, like I said, I pretty much think that he's already got it scored for Andre Ward. I mean, he's gonna phone that shit in. Watch, he's gonna phone that shit in. So, you know, that's not a good thing. Now, right here, last night, I'm going to end it right here. In 04, the Tarver and Roy Jones Jr. fight, devastating TKO. Okay, then he goes on to get knocked out by Glenn Johnson. Same thing in 04, and then of course lost the rematch to Tarver, unanimous decision. But in I forget what fight it was. I think it was the Johnson fight. They did the live scoring, right? And this is why I'm showing you these pictures. They did the live scoring. Oh, I watched Oscar De La Hoya fight last night too. But they did the live scoring where you know, you could actually see what the judges are scoring in real time. You know, so I kind of wish they would do that in the Kovalev-Ward fight. You know, pop up their score on the TV after every round or two. You know, because, I don't know, it seems like, because that way you can't go back and change it. And it's just, you know, you can follow the robbery and you can quickly call them out on their bullshit. But whenever they have 12 rounds that they're secretly penciling in, you don't know what the hell they're doing over there at that judges table, okay? At the officials table, you have no idea. So, but I wish they'd go back to that live, you know, real-time scoring. Of course, Letterman, he does his, but I'm talking about where they actually put up their score. And let's see. I don't have it anymore. I had a picture of it where you know, where they were putting up their live judging. So, but anyway, I'll probably leave it at that. I got to get out of here. I got to run. What do you guys think? I mean, you know, do you think if it goes to the judges, do you give Kovalev any kind of a chance, especially now knowing that is Moretti? I mean, when I saw that name, man, I melted. I was like, oh shit, you know. I mean, I don't even want to watch the fight now, man. It's like, he better knock this guy out. So what do you guys think? Leave your comment below. Thank you for watching. And look, I greatly appreciate you guys. I really do.